They can smell that 3-0 commanding lead in this series, and the Phone Pals are hoping to avoid that. Let's see who wins in tonight's Game 3. Mula rito sa Araneta Coliseum, and you can catch all the action dito lamang sa ABC Sports. Great matchup tonight. Eric Meng against Mark Telan, and Mark Telan had 10 points in that final quarter. Really key in keeping the Phone Pals in the fight back in Game 2.
Well, in Game 2, nakita natin it was a high-scoring game. Both teams scoring into the century mark. 6 players in double figures for Barangay Ginebra. 5 players for Talk and Text. No? It was a game of the ages. Tuwan-tuwa ang mga tao because everybody likes to see a lot of points scored. No? Whether we will see that kind of game repeated sa game number 3 is a big question mark because nakita naman natin itong Barangay Ginebra also capable of playing terrific defense. Pinakita nila doon when they stopped San Miguel in Game 5 of the semifinal series, limiting the BMN to only 71 points. Can they do that same kind of defense in Game 3? Question mark.
Magsisimula na po ang Game 3 between Ginebra and Talk and Text matapos ang ilang palad.
It's our right also to make Asi play, do everything we can for him to be able to play because he's part of the team.
By Talk and Text, Game 1 is over.
Mr. Taulava will no longer be used by Talk and Text in the championship series. Game 1 of the championship series was forfeited by Talk and Text in favor of Ginebra.
Let's take the red side.
Making good plays at the end of the game. So I have to tip my hat off for all my players. They showed great character and fortitude. So after winning game 1 and forfeiting the game, I made a mistake. I thought we were ready. But I have to give credit to my boys who didn't give up. They just won a championship. They're smart. They know what to do in crucial moments of the game. I have to give it to them. Game 3, it's going to be tough. It's going to be a nail-biter all the way. For sure they'll come out really more focused. We'll just take it one game at a time. And we treat each game like it's the last game of our life.
Pals. At this point, lamang po ang Ginebra sa Serie 2-0. And they are gunning for a commanding 3-0 lead in the series. Let's go to Dominic Hoy.
Walang pakialam ang mga taga-Barangay Ginebra Ginebra. Gusto namang yung nangyayari sa labas ng court. Their business is to play basketball on the court. At decidido sila para makuha ang 3rd win nila today and to bring them 1 game closer to that finals that they want. Eric, ano naman ang mga balita dyan sa mga taga-Talk and Text?
Dominic, kung wala kang pakialam, wala rin kaming pakialam dito sa Talk and Text. They just want to do away with the distractions, put their game face on, concentrate, and win the game tonight. Back to you, Miko and Kinito. So as you can see, Dominic Uy is covering the sidelines for the Ginebra, and Eric Reyes is covering the side of the Phone Pals. And
It looks like they're taking sides.
fighting words from both squads.
Alam mo, tama lang yung ating trainer. Wala silang pakialam. Basketball lang ito. And you've got to play your best on the court. Let the game be decided on the playing floor. Kaya tama yung attitude ng lamang kapanan.
Starting lineups for both teams, and here are the primary protagonists for Ginebra. Mark Akiwa, Rodney Santos in the backcourt, along with Eric Meng, Sunday Salvacion, and Andy Siegel. Para sa Phone Pals, the Mighty Mouse and the Thriller in the backcourt, along with Yasi Leo Campo, Vic Pablo, and Mark Telan. So no surprises in the starting lineup for both teams.
Ako sa tingin ko, no, isa sa mga sinabi natin kanina sa defense, yung matchup adjustment. Makikita natin some adjustments in the way the matchups are going to be created. No? Unang-una, hindi pa natin napapanood si Patrick Franz play in this series. No? We saw him warming up. He was sidelined in the first 2 games because of back standards. Talking Tech needs him to play defense. Magandang matchup. If Patrick Brand takes on Mark Agiwa, you know how explosive Mark Agiwa is.
Our officials for tonight's Game 3, crew chief po ngayong gabi si Boy Cruz, kasama si Joey Kalongkagin and Wilbert Kulana.
Well, Miko, this series has also given rise to a lot of unsung heroes. Na unang-una, dapat sabihin natin, ito si Sunday Salvacion, who's now taking on the responsibility of defending the point guard Jimmy Alapag. He has contributed his fair share in offense. He's averaging 11 points in this series. Plus, he gives the height to take on someone like a Jimmy Alapag in the backcourt.
Pablo with an offensive rebound. Alapag for three.
That was over Sunday Salvacion. Importante yung outside shooting. Nakita naman natin, no? In game number 2, Talking Tech hit 9 out of 21, or rather 2 out of 17 from the three-point distance.
No conversion there mula kay Eric Meng. Here's Mark Telan going all the way. Mark Telan finished with 22 big points in Game 2.
Want to check that. Talking Tech hit 5 out of 22 in Game 2 from three-point distance. That was only 23%. As against Ginebra's 36%. And crucial na yung outside shooting artillery ng Talking Tech is in sync against Ginebra's tough interior defense.
Miller inside, and he has an incredible final. Kakagaling lang sa isang triple-double game, yung kanyang unang triple-double sa kanyang PBA career.
And what a start. 7-0 blast here by Talking Tech. And parang insakto para sa Ginebra. They can't buy a basket.
With nearly 2 minutes having gone by in this opening quarter, Alapag trying to sneak his way inside. And Ginebra will commit the first foul of the ball game. Laban po kay Sunday Salvacion.
And this is a strong start by the phone pass, which is something very important in any game sa series ito, no? I think they got Barangay Ginebra napping. 2-0 advantage for Barangay Ginebra. You know that they're feeling a little complacent. Feeling nila, malaki labang nila. I think they're too loose. Ginebra is too loose. This is a great start for Talking Tech. 9-0 lead.
Napilitan po tumawag ng maagang timeout ang Phoenix ng Ginebra na iwanan po sila dito sa mga unang bahagi ng opening quarter. The phone pals look determined to bounce back in this series. We'll be back with more first quarter action. Back inside the Araneta Coliseum for Game 3 of the PBA Finals. At ang ating katanungan para sa PBA Astig Panalo, sinong player ang unang nakakuha ng 3 rebounds sa ating ball game ngayon? Unang player na nakakuha na ng 3 rebounds sa ating ball game ngayon. At para po makasali sa ating promo, mag-download lang po ng PBA Finals calendar logo at text Astig, space your answer and send to 290. And you will receive a PBA Finals calendar logo from the channel. Hundreds of lows para sa smart at Talking Tech subscribers po lamang ito. At tatanggapin namin ang inyong mga kasagutan hanggang matapos ang larong ito. Kaya't mag-text na. What a start here by the phone pal.
12-0 and they're doubling the man with the basketball. Nakita natin yung ball carrier ng Barangay Ginebra, si Rodney Santos. Talagang hirap na hirap. Finally, they get the ball inside.
Hey, just some statistics here. Itong Talking Tech, nakaka-4 na rebounds na. Pablo having 3 rebounds. Si Victor Pablo po, may 3 rebounds na po sa ating ball game. And now the phone pals beginning to miss. They are on top by 10 imposing points with over 8 minutes to go in the opening period.
Miko, 7 out of the 12 points of Talking Tech galing kay Willie Miller. Nasabi ka natin, nakausap natin kanina. And he promised a big explosion tonight. And so far, so good for Talking Tech. Sandali, ano yan? 3-second violation. Things crumbling here for Barangay Ginebra. Alam mo, may point to prove na rito Talking Tech. They entered the finals without Asi Taulava. Nilaro nila si Asi noong game number 1. They won, but that game has been forfeited because they played an ineligible or suspended player. In game number 2, they could have won that. They lost it in the final second. Now they have the point to prove that they can win without Asi.
Ocampo makes it a 12-point ball game anew in favor of the Phone Pals. And there's a kickball violation against Talk and Text. What a blistering start by the Phone Pals. Sila po yung mga nakaputi, samantalang ang Ginebra po, sila yung mga nakapula.
At Nico, punong-puno na naman tayo dito sa Big Tom, ha? A lot of people have come in droves here to watch Game 3. Crucial itong Game 3 na ito, no? Sabi nga kanina ni Dominic Uy, no? If Barangay Ginebra wins this one, they'll just be one win away from bagging the championship. Oh, boy, another three-point basket.
I think Jimmy Alapag and company have other things in mind.
They're fully loaded for this game. And look at the pressure that Alapag is giving on Rodney Santos.
Salvacion loses that ball, but it will stay with Ginebra. There was a tap out mula sa Phone Pals. Substitution para sa Talk and Text. Rick Pablo sits down and Bong Ravena is in the game.
An early substitution here for Coach Joel Banal. Ravena is there because he's experienced. We know what playing under pressure is like. And look at the way he quickly established his presence on the floor, forcing Sunday Salvacion to a jump ball situation.
And here's the Yakult three-point shot mula kay Jimmy Alapag. That's his second triple of the ball game. Brought to you by Yakult.
Only 2 points scored here by Ginebra.
Up. A lucky break. That's a lucky break for Ginebra.
Yan ang tinatawag natin unforced error.
You know, this is in stark contrast to what happened in Game 2. Back in Game 2, it was Ginebra who had that red-hot start behind Sunday Salvacion and Rodney Santos.
Exactly. Now it's Talk and Text turn. That's why we've got a best-of-7 series. This is going to be a long series. And you'll see a lot of adjustments. You'll see a lot of spurts. Para pendulum yan eh. One time it's going to be Barangay Ginebra turn to wax hot. Next time it's going to be Talk and Text. Adjustment, very key in this series.
Two attempts, no basket para sa Talk and Text with over 7 minutes to go in the opening quarter. Here's Aris Dimaunahan in the ball game.
Nico, one thing that Talk and Text has done sa sharing ito is napigil nila ang fast break ng Barangay Ginebra. Traditionally, itong Barangay Ginebra scored a lot of points in transition, but not in Game 1, neither in Game 2, although nanalo by 1 point ang Ginebra sa Game 2. And here's an offensive foul. Nothing going right for Barangay Ginebra. They are, as I said earlier, crumbling under the wicked defense ng Talk and Text.
Oh, Talk and Text is all business. Tonight missing just 4 field goals so far. And Ginebra having trouble finding the target in Game 3. Kagiwa slips. Miller, drop pass de Ocampo, and what a start. What a first quarter for the Phone Pals, determined to bounce back in this best-of-7 series.
Don't look now. This is a 17-point lead. Well, what a statement game here for Talk and Text. High-low play. Get another basket. So only the frontliners of Barangay Ginebra scoring in this game so far. Both of them from closing shots. Eric Teng at saka si Andy Giga, the only scorers for the Kings.
Well, normally makes that shot off the glass, but not that time. 15 puntos po ang inaabol dito ng Ginebra as we near the 6-minute mark of the first quarter. Here's Siegel. Stops on the free throw line. Inside, Meng Sumobra. And Yancy De Ocampo now with 4 rebounds in the ball game. Here's Alapag. Back pass. De Ocampo. Casual jumper, and it's short. Dimaunahan with a rebound. Dimaunahan on the move, and he was fouled on the run by Bong Ravena.
And you saw what Talk and Text did. Nakita nila may pagkakataon na tumakbo itong Barangay Ginebra, giving up the foul before Ginebra can get a chance to get its rhythm in the transition game.
Palitan po ng...
si Bong Ravena. He was the one who committed that foul.
Substitutions on hand here. Romel Agupol is in the game. Pinasa kay Salvacion, short on the 3-point attempt, and it's Celan who gets the rebound. Si Don Camaso at si Don Bilbalano. Nobody also in the game for the Phone Pals. Celan on the right side. Rising throw, and the basket almost drops. He will take 2 free throws. Quick move by Delano.
And so far, hindi ko pa nakikita yung intensity ng defensive game ng Barangay Ginebra. Sabi ko nga kanina, before the start of this game, no, Ginebra is capable of playing tough defense. I don't see it in this game so far.
Si Alex di maunahan po ang tinawagan ng first personal foul.
The phone fouls having their way offensively. They're getting the shots they want. They're getting to the basket strong. And they're picking their spot. And so far, no antidote from Barangay Ginebra. Si Nino Gelly, he has had an excellent series so far. 8.5-point average in 2 games sa ating finals.
21-4.
And look at the pressure defense. It's one-on-one pressure defense from the ball carrier ng Barangay Ginebra. And that takes away the rhythm on the offense. Ano, bago nakapasok si Arik sa paunahan, 30 seconds left in the shot clock. But they got the ball to fall inside.
First 2 points for Mark Aguiwan. First 2 points from someone other than a big man para sa Ginebra.
Exactly. And Talking Tech stretch the seconds sa shot clock ng Ginebra. They're making it difficult for Ginebra to score quick baskets.
Tapos yung tira ni Telan. Ginebra is on the run. Aguiwa on the move. And that's an offensive foul. Yes, he pushed off Delano.
Oh, the referees are really calling it tight.
First person na laban kay Kagiwa. Shot ang Kinsen asking for an explanation mula kay Boy Cruz. Nicky Pagos, assistant coach, also in that picture. And so it's a 21-6 ball game in favor of the phone fouls with under 5 minutes to go in the opening chapter of Game 3. Don Camaso hits it from the corner. That's a long 2-pointer for Celedon Camaso.
That brings the lead back to 17 points.
Matching the biggest lead of the game para sa phone fouls. There's a turnover laban sa Ginebra. And the 12-year veteran, Bong Ravenna, will set the offense here para sa Talking Tech. Here's Belano. Belano driving through. A difficult shot. Telan with an offensive rebound. And there is a loose ball foul. It will go against Telan. First person na laban kay Mark Clemens Telan. And Alan Salangsang will check in the game. Papalitan po si Telan.
And Nico, to underscore the impeccable performance so far ng Talking Tech. Ni isang turnover, wala sila rito. And Barangay Ginebra already with 5. And that's been the problem for Ginebra in this series, turnover. Back in game number 2, 19 turnovers against Ginebra and only 9 for Talking Tech. In game number 1, it was 24 turnovers against Ginebra and only 15 for Talking Tech. And now it looks like the pattern is repeating itself. 5 against none. 5 turnovers for Barangay Ginebra against none for Talking Tech.
For those who are just joining us, yung mga kakauwi lang, kabubukasan lang in kanilang mga TV sets, this is an eye-popping score here. 23-6, lamang po ang phone fouls in the first quarter. Adukol sumobra ang kanyang tira, and it's Kelly who gets the rebound. Camaso on the run, Camaso all the way, and there's a tap out by Salangsang. Bola babalik sa panig ng Ginebra.
Ginebra playing good transition defense that time. Hindi nakascore sa fast break. Now they need to be able to do that on the other end. Play transition offense.
You know, Ginebra is in danger of scoring less than 10 points in this opening quarter. They only have 6 points so far. Limauna, no go. And they can't seem to find the target.
Ang baba ng shooting percentage ng Ginebra. Hindi nila naiikot yung bola. They're not getting good attempts. Every shot is being challenged by Talking Tech.
That was a good drive para kay Salangsang. He just could not convert. Bola mananatili sa Talking Tech. New shot clock. And they're on top. 17 big points.
And look at this lineup of Talking Tech. Wala si Miller, wala si Alapag, wala si Marcelan. Going with the second unit players. And they're keeping Barangay Ginebra at bay. Now, Adolfo checked in earlier for Andy Siegel. At pagtanggap niya ng bola, ang layo niya sa basket, no? That defense of Talking Tech is really creating problems for Barangay Ginebra. Babalik ngayon si Rodney Santos and the rookie Kim Valenzuela is checking in very early sa larong ito.
In the finals, Kim Valenzuela is averaging just a shade under 2 points per game. He only played 1 minute back in game 2.
Now here's an offensive foul by Valenzuela. Boy, they're really calling it tight. Calling it tight. maybe a little too tight, I don't know. And Coach Shotang Kitsen is saying, boy, those calls are really going against Barangay Ginebra. It's one after the other.
You know, the calls may be tight, but Talking Tex, they're not playing tight at all.
No, exactly.
They're confident, they're relaxed. And here's the Langtang on the right side, guarded by Ming. Under 3 minutes to play in the opening quarter. Camaso can't convert. Rebound para kay Ming. Ginebra staring at a big 17-point deficit in the first quarter of Game 3.
Now, you notice ang nagbaba ng bola doon si Mark Agiwa, no? You don't want Mark Agiwa bringing down the basketball. You need him to receive the pass, the second pass, and you need him to score.
An ominous start in Game 3 para kay Eric Ming at ang Barangay Ginebra Jin King. The fourth foul for hoping to bounce back in this series and a win tonight. Magbabalik po tayo dito sa Big Dome matapos ang ilang paalala. Uli po ang ating katanungan para sa PBA Aslig Panalo. Sino ang unang player na nakakuha ng 3 rebounds sa ating ball game? Unang player na nakakuha ng 3 rebounds sa ating ball game. Bigyan natin ng clue.
Si Vice President. VP ang kanyang initial.
Oh, VP. Ang kanyang jersey number, kapareho ng kanyang idolo, Larry Bird. At kamukha niya yung nasa TV set nyo kanina.
Hindi yan, yung kanina.
Yung kanina.
Okay. Okay, si Adukol. Will he bank the shot? Sinikreto niya sa akin after game number 1. At sabi niya, hindi niya binang. Sabi niya sa akin after game number 1 that he's been practicing on the bank shot from the free throw line.
Adukol is now 1 out of 9 from the free throw line in the final. And make that 1 out of 10. At parang baba ng energy level ng Ginebra, no, Dominic?
Itong Barangay Ginebra Jin Kings, mahina talaga. Intensity is not one thing that is shown even on the bench. Ang pinaka-intense sa kanila, itong si Coach Shotang Kitsen, he was challenging his players to get the ball and to execute. Sabi niya, ganun lang sila nananalo. At mukhang yung mga fans really have to get the Barangay Ginebra Jin Kings back into this game. And somebody on the court kailangan magpakita para mapasama yung fans. Alam naman natin, pag nasama na ng fans ng Barangay Ginebra Jin Kings, para sa kanila, mahirap na silang pigilin.
Maraming salamat, Dominic Goy, who is covering the sidelines for Barangay Ginebra. And how important is it for Ginebra that Rodney Santos plays a solid game at the point guard spot?
I'll tell you, it's so important because unang-una, wala si JJ Hildebrand, so he has to fill the shoes of JJ. Pangalawa, he provides them toughness in the penetration. He's called a slasher. That's what he never needs. Good movement, creating opportunities, and Rodney Santos can do that.
Adukol, inside, Mix, double team, nowhere to go, and he is fouled by Camaso.
And great presence of mind by Eric Meng. He would have been called for a 3-second violation. Wala siyang mapasahan. You gotta give credit again to the defense ng Talking Tex. They're playing as a team defensively. Now, strong start here for Talking Tex. But for Barangay Ginebra, all they need is a big spurt. Then they can come back in this game. Tama yung sinabi ni Dominic, no? At napansin din natin yan. We did mention it at the start of the game when Talking Tex spurted to a big 9-0 or rather 12-0 lead. Kulang na kulang sa intensity ang mga players ng Ginebra opening this game feeling very complacent, feeling very confident. 2-0 ang lead nila.
It actually reminds you of Game 1 when they were off to a very sluggish start. And Talking Tex led, and they never looked back in Game 1, although
exactly
by forfeiture, nawala sa kanila yung panalo nila.
Well, ang dapat maintindihan ng Barangay Ginebra that itong Talking Tex is very dangerous, and of course may history yan of coming back from 0-2 and sweeping the next 4 games. You can only remember the 2003 All-Filipino Conference. Yan exactly yung ginawa ng Talking Tex. Talo sila ng first 2 games and they came back to win the next 4. And they beat Coca-Cola.
Under 2 minutes to go in the opening quarter. 13 points po ang abante ng Talking Tex. Phone pass and Miller loses the ball. Here's Kagiwa on the run. Rodney Santos on the ball. And Eric Beck will score 2 points.
Very rare transition basket here for Barangay Ginebra. But yan ang kailangan nila. They need to be able to get steals, force turnovers on the defensive end, and turn them into quick baskets on the other.
and bring this crowd in the game. Ayun nga, kay kasamang Dominic, 30-second timeout para po sa kupunan ni Coach Joel Banal. And let's check this Cody face-off. Mark the Spark Agiwa facing off with big Asi Taulava. And Taulava just swats that attempt back to the Ginebra bench. Swatting it away.
Cody, let's get it on!
We are inside a jam-packed Araneta Coliseum. Biyernes po ng gabi. Kanina lamang, about 5 minutes before we started the game, may mga libreng upuan pa, no? Pero ito, as we're about to end the opening quarter, punong-puno na po itong Big Dome. It is important to note as well that 85% of the teams that built 2-0 leads in the best-of-7 finals have gone on to win the PBA championship.
Okay, so that means it's Talking Tech falling in the 15% among the teams that came back from 0-2 and won.
They're hoping to fall under that category.
Yeah.
No?
Okay, maganda na ang intensity level ng Barangay Ginebra. Question is, can they sustain it? Able to force some turnovers against Talking Tech.
Leo Campo laban kay Atukul. Oh, there's a block by Romel. And a scuffle for the loose ball, and they call a jump. Alamin naman natin ang offensive tactics ng Talking Tech mula kay Eric Reyes.
Yes, Miko. Ang focus ng Talking Tech right now is to form the triangle. No? They're playing the triangle offense. And then si Jimmy Alapag, nagsalita siya kagad during the huddle and sinabi niya, emphasize to everyone that let's move the ball around and find the open man. Back to you guys.
Alam mo, that's a great strategy on the part of Talking Tech because, alam mo, itong si Coach Joel Banal, he must have seen na kulang yung defensive intensity ng Barangay Ginebra. And you need movement against that. Kung hindi gumagalaw ang depensa, all you need is movement and you're gonna get the free basket.
You're talking about defensive intensity. Mark Kagiwa and Romel Atukul were like swarming bees all over Willie Miller on this play. Talagang kinulit itong 2002 MVP. Ayaw talaga tantanan itong si Willie Miller. And then tinawagan ng foul si Mark Kagiwa. His second personal.
Well, good sign there for Barangay Ginebra that they're picking up the intensity on the defensive end. But si Willie Miller, walang patawad dyan. Unforgiving Miller with 9 points so far in this game.
Kim Valenzuela, the rookie, in a crucial situation here, and he almost makes the basket. Paubos na po ang oras dito sa opening quarter. Here's Alapag, who loses the ball, and it's with Andy Siegel. Here's Valenzuela on the move. Valenzuela, bounce pass, Rodney Santos. Santos fake. Santos is tied up by Gelig, and he is called for double dribble.
Great defense by Daniel Gelig. He's known for his defense. Putting pressure there on Rodney Santos. Nawala yung fast break opportunity ng Barangay Ginebra. Bakit? Yung transition defense ng Talking Tech. Ang bilis sila nakababa. Only 12 points scored here for Barangay Ginebra.
8 seconds to go in the opening quarter. 13 points sa kabante ng Talking Tech. Bola na kay Miller. Miller, who had a triple-double back in game 2. He fires and he does not score. At dyan magtatapos ang unang 12 minutos ng ating laban. Coach Joel Banal and the Talking Tech phone pals are hoping to bounce back. They're hoping to get back in this best-of-7 finals. Samantalang Ginebra naman, they're gunning for a 3-0 lead in the series. We'll be back with a second quarter in this 7-game epic. Dito lamang sa ABC Sports.
Have a great day, Mike. Thank you.
Welcome to the second quarter of action dito sa Game 3 ng Grand Matador Philippine Cup Best of 7 Finals. Nico Halili po kasama si Kinito Henson, Eric Reyes, and Dominic Uy. At ang ating PBA Astig Panalo question, anong team ang makakashoot ng mas maraming 3-point shots sa first half? Muli po, anong team ang makakashoot ng mas maraming 3-point shots at the end of the first half? At para po makasali dito, you make sure you download a PBA Finals calendar logo at sagutin ang katanungan. Just text asking your answer and send to 290 to join. Camaso from the corner. And the Gin Kings begin the second quarter with rookie Kim Valenzuela and Rodney Santos in the backcourt. Sunday Salvacion, Romel Aducol, and Andy Siegel complete the lineup for Ginebra.
Pumasok na sa rotation si Kim Valenzuela because of the absence of J.J. Helderbrand. But they like him playing on the floor because you know that he'll pass and he gives the movement. Here's another turnover against Ginebra. Ginebra already has 4 offensive fouls charged. At eto pa si Willie Miller. 11 points now for the Thriller.
27-12 ang ating talaan. By the way, the phone fouls begin the second quarter with Alapag, Miller, Camaso, Ravena, and De Ocampo. Here's Aducol, the drop step. And he will go back to the line where he doesn't want to go. It has been a miserable place for Romel Aducol.
You notice yung pagtanggap ni Aducol ng bola, ang layo niya sa basket. Huh? When he throws up that hook shot, if I were the defender, you let him throw up that hook shot. And don't, well, anyway, if you foul it, the chances are hindi siya, magbiminti siya, no? But he's so far away from the basket to even hope to connect with that jump hook. So clearly, dapat gumamit ng konting muscle si Aducol. He's got to inch his way closer to the basket. Eto, naku, binanda niya, ang lakas. Ang lakas ng banda.
So Aducol is now 1 out of 11 from the charity stripe in the finals. And for the conference, he's averaging a miserable 39%.
I'll tell you, that one shot that he made from the free throw line was from the window. And he'll try again. That time he didn't bank it and he missed it.
15 points ang abante ng Talking Text at balik na naman sa 17 ang kalamangan ng phone fouls. Patuloy pa rin umiinit. Itong pinapakita ng Talking Text. Here's Santos from the baseline.
Very quietly, si Alex Dimanahan, pinalitan niya si Kim Valenzuela. And very early in this quarter.
Here's Alapag. Thinking about that three. He will miss it. At ang rebound na pulot ni Santos. 2 minutes have gone by in the second quarter. Dimaunan over to Santos. And now they swing it over to Salvacion on the left side, guarded by Ravena. 10 seconds to go. Lost the handle there. Ball stays with Ginebra with 7 on the shot clock. Here's Santos outside. Santos goes inside with a drive, and he was fouled.
Ayun, tinanong mo kanina, what is the value of Rodney Santos to this team? There he showed it. Seconds ticking away. Amontik na mag 24-second violation ang Barangay Ginebra. And he is the man you want with the basketball when you need a basket. Santos penetrating and drawing the foul. And don't look now, but James Walkwith is going to check in here for Barangay Ginebra. Ito mga sinasabi ko kanina, no? Yung matchup adjustment. You're going to see as this series proceeds, a lot of new faces, a lot of new matchups being used here by both coaches. At si Walkwith, pinalitan niya si Aducol, who has missed all of his free throw attempts so far.
James Walkwith actually played in game 1. He did not play in game 2. A split from the line from Rodney Santos. Mintis yung follow-up ni Eric Mint. And so it's a 29-15 ball game in favor of Talking Text.
Alam mo, napapansin natin dito yung sense of urgency in the final Talking Text. They don't want to go down to a 0-3 hole. And there's Yancy Del Campo, who has played an excellent series.
Well, they really hit that matchup. Talking Text going immediately to Yancy Del Campo up against James Walkwith. Here's that move, a crafty move from the 2002 number 1 overall pick. And Del Campo with a 3-point play opportunity.
Del Campo averaging 12.5 points in this series, has contributed big numbers and giving Talking Text a huge lift off the bench.
At balik na naman sa 17 ang malaking kalamangan ng phone fouls.
Actually, si Del Campo usually starts, no? But when he gets his second wind going, coming off the bench, now He can deliver a lot of points for you. And Rodney Santos, the shining light for Ginebra in this game, the only one.
What a pass by Alapag, but De Ocampo could not convert. Here's Salvacion on the move. Eyeball to eyeball with Miller. And then here's Simaunahan. And he will set the offense. Goes to Salvacion inside to make one shot, no go. Crowd asking for a traveling violation against Alapag. At may reach and foul laban sa Ginebra. It's going to be against Eric Meng, his first personal. And that will be number 2 against Ginebra in the second quarter.
Ginebra fans in the Coliseum getting more and more impatient.
Miller from the corner. Now goes inside. What a fake.
And what a move. The thriller Miller.
And what a first half.
Going to town. He's got 15 points in this game. Well, he did promise he was going to explode.
So once again, Talking Tex matches his biggest lead of the game. Santos, pabalik kay Timaunahan. No look pass. Salvacion. No. Make offensive rebound. Iniwas pa niya. And a basket is good.
Eric Meng. Power play inside. Now with 8 points.
Watch this fake.
Whoop. And you also watch ang ginawa ni Bong Ravena in that play when he shielded the defender from underneath para makatira si Willie Miller. Ito naman ang ginawa ni Eric Meng on the other end. Now, we were talking about matchup adjustment. Now you saw that si Sunday Salvacion, who started the game playing defense against GB Alapag, ngayon ang kanyang defensive assignment is si Willie Miller.
By the way, si Yancy De Ocampo tinawagan ng foul is first. And Eric Meng now with 9 points in the game. 14 points ang lamang ng Talking Tex.
And here's another matchup adjustment. Si Mark Kajiwa nag-check back in. Ngayon naman ang tao niya, si Willie Miller.
Pablo, an offensive rebound off the miss by Telan. Here's Belano. New shot clock here para sa phone files. No reason to hurry here. With over 7 minutes to go in the first half. Belano takes the three. Oh, makes it! Kahit nandun pa yung depensa ni Aris Simaunahan, 5 points off the bench for Don Bel Delano. Balik na naman sa 17 points ang lamang ng Talking Tex. Kagiwa using that walk-this screen. Kagiwa fires short. Miller on the move. Miller will step on the gas. Belano on the run. Miller with a spin bangs into Kagiwa for an offensive foul.
And that time, Dautakan, si Mark Kagiwa, si Willie Miller. Next scoring so far, partner. 7-0 in favor of Talking Tex.
Only the first personal foul laban kay Willie Miller. Under 7 minutes to go in the first half. Kagiwa. Big walk-in. Oh, yes, with his first field goal of the finals.
Waltz drawing a roar of approval from the Ginebra fans. May tira yan, ha? He's got a nice medium-range game. And his conference high is 4 points. Delano, great defense on the part of Waltz, begging for a foul. Delano's down on the floor. Didn't know what hit him.
There's a block by Pablo.
He was clobbered.
Foul is on Bong Ravena. That's going to be number 3 on Ravena.
We were talking about bench scoring. Si Waltz, first bench player ng Barangay Ginebra to score in this game.
Talking Tex now with 14 fouls here in the second quarter.
And like in games 1 and 2, Eric Meng putting Barangay Ginebra, the whole team, on his back. And he's delivering. Meron ng 10 points si Eric Meng. He's been the major pain of Talking Tex. Totoo yan. Averaging 25 points in this series, but yung free throw woes ng Barangay Ginebra. Ano ba yan? Ginebra missed 11 free throws in game number 2. And in game number 1, they missed 5. They missed 5 free throws now in this game. Boy, the outside shooting has been red hot para sa Talking Tech.
Only the first 2 points para kay Big Pablo. 39-23, 16-point lead para sa Talking Tech.
Now will they give the 2 shots?
Holding foul on number 14, Emil Gelly.
Gelig po ang tinawagan ng foul. His first personal. Timeout po para sa Ginebra. We are in the second quarter with over 5 minutes to go at lamang pa rin ang Talking Tech 39-23. The Phone Pals are hoping to score their first win of the series and effectively bounce back in the best-of-7 finals, but Ginebra has other things in mind. They are gunning for a commanding 3-0 lead. We'll be right back with more heart-stopping action from the Big Dome matapos ang ilang paalala.
This timeout is
Back inside the Big Dome at ang ating katanungan para sa PBA Astig Panalo promo. Anong team ang makakashoot ng mas maraming 3-point shots in the first half? Here's Meng. Hemmed in. And the ball ends up with Lima unahan for the layup.
But you see how the defense concentrated in Eric Meng. Coach Joel Banal realizing that it's Meng who's been the major pain.
Gelig with a miss. Rebound para kay Kagiwa. Lima unahan. Ginebra down by 14. Back to Kagiwa. And inside. He's trying to go inside to Meng.
Exactly. Ang focus ng Talking Tech is to take the ball away from Meng inside. They wanted to go outside and not score inside. Nino Gelig a little bit too flashy in that move. Kagiwa with a shot. Active one para sa kanya. And slowly but surely, Barangay Ginebra inching in.
Gelig was called for the foul. Fouling Kagiwa from behind. Basket is good. 3-point play opportunity for Mark the Spark Kagiwa.
Incidentally, just to give you an update on the scoring, ni Willie Miller, 7 out of 8 from the floor. His only miss was a 3-point attempt at the end of the first quarter. Miller with 15 points so far and 1 3-point basket.
Meantime, that was only the 5th point para kay Mark Kagiwa. But it's now an 11-point game. Biggest lead of Talking Tech was at 17 points. Under 5 minutes to go in the first half. Milano has the ball. Over to the right side with Nino Gelig.
Oh, that's your ball. Great zone defense ang nilalaro ngayon ng Barangay Ginebra. So they've made the adjustment in playing zone, forcing Talking Tech to take the shot from outside. Here's Mark. The Spark, wala.
That could have trimmed the Talking Tech's lead to single digits. Instead, here's Milano and the Phone Pals trying to protect this 11-point lead.
Again, the zone defense ng Barangay Ginebra. There's no movement here in the part of Talking Tech. They're keeping the ball in the perimeter. No penetration. Here's the outside shot. That's open. That's open. Nakahanap sila ng butas, but that time, walang movement sa offensive ng Talking Tech. Here is a steal, but a foul has been committed by, palagay ko si Mark Kagiwa yun.
Holding foul on number 47, Mark
Si Kagiwa nga natawagan.
Third person na laban kay Mark Kagiwa. That will be number 2 against Ginebra. Alapag is back in the game, and Gelig, maybe a bit too up for this ball game, is sent back to the bench.
Talk about intensity. I think overflow of intensity on the part of Gelig.
Pablo falls away. Pablo with 6 points. Scoring that scintillating drive. And it's back to a 15-point lead.
That's what we were looking for. We were looking for a penetration. We were looking for a slam. At binigay yun ni Victor Pablo.
Walkway has 2 points tonight. Drop step. Sumobra yung kanyang tira. Meng battling hard for the rebound. Instead, here's Alapag and the Phone Pals on the attack. Alapag. What about the 3? Salangsang. Quick pass. Pablo. Yeah! 4-point time.
Those are 3 straight baskets for Victor Pablo. And just when Barangay Ginebra stripped the lead down to 11, Victor Pablo with 3 straight field goals.
You know, Victor Pablo, 12-year veteran. He has seen it all, and he goes all the way for the slam, and he has yet to miss a field goal here in Game 3. Big shot mula kay Pablo, who idolizes Larry Bird and Scottie Pippen, hence he's number 33. Samantala, let's check this pony face-off featuring Romel Adugol facing off with Yancy De Ocampo, and Adugol wins this pony face-off. And the pride of Tuguegarao up north, scoring over De Ocampo, brought to you by Pony.
Tony, let's get it on!
And just when Ginebra was beginning to knock on the door, they had a chance to trim the deficit to single digits. Big Pablo, the phone pal, answering back and shutting that door, slamming the door in the face of Ginebra.
Grabe ang ginagawa doon ni Victor Pablo. VP ang tawag natin sa kanya. Vice President. Yan. Victor Pablo at ang barangay champion. ABC 5.
Oh, pero malayo-layo pa.
Oo.
Because Talking Text is really determined to turn things around and bounce back in the series. They had a quick, blistering start in the opening quarter. Kaya sila pa rin ang labang at the stage of this ball game. And here's Kagiwa from the right side.
And the Spark, true to his nickname, now with 8 points. At Nico, we are being watched by millions upon millions of our countrymen all over the world on the Filipino channel, and this coverage courtesy and being brought to you by ABC.
Here's Kagiwa, who just made a three-pointer. He is swallowed by the Talking Text defense, and he commits an offensive foul.
Pang-apat na yan. We're only in the second quarter, and Mark the Spark already has 4 personal fouls. Ito, nagkakamutan ng ulo si Coach Shot Pangkinsen sa dami ng mga offensive fouls committed by Barangay Ginebra.
Timeout po para sa Talking Text phone pals. They are in command of this ball game, 45-31. This is Game 3 of the Gran Matador Philippine Cup Finals, and we'll be right back with more action from the Big Dome after these messages.
This timeout is brought to you by
The PBA Finals brought to you by Gran Matador Brandy. This is the fight for the Philippine Cup, and here's Pablo has played big in this first half. Matalanas is very quiet for Talking Text. And Miller, this is a 3-point attempt. There's Pablo once again, but he will be called for the loose ball foul.
That's a push. But you see the fire in the belly. Halata natin, no? Ito Talking Text playing with tremendous intensity. They want this one. They're down 0-2 in this series. Nasa penalty na ang Talking Text on shooting situation for Eric Meng.
If you just joined us, this Talking Text went off to a blistering start in this ball game, leading by as many as 17 points. And then moments ago, Mark Kagiwa picked up his 4th personal foul, and that's going to be big as we go along. Kagiwa now having to sit on the bench. And then comes Rodney Santos. There's Mark Kagiwa, who tried his mighty best to bring Ginebra back in the ball game here in the second quarter.
We're talking about how foul trouble measures up as a key factor in determining the outcome of this series. Jimmy Alapag. Dalawa sila bumagsak. Si Romero Dugo at si Alapag.
Here's the maunahan. And Ginebra will call a timeout here. It's a 30-second timeout. Mark Kagiwa picked up his 4th personal foul at the 2:31 mark of the second quarter. And here's more about Kagiwa from Dominic Uy.
Yes, Nico, itong si Mark Kagiwa picked up his 4th personal foul, like you said. Ang nangyari dito, sinabi ni Coach Shot Tangkinsen, I know you want to win. I know I'm looking for a spark. But the thing is, you have to settle down. Alam niyang gustong manalo, okay yon. He accepts that, pero kailangan niya to settle down. He knows that Mark has matured as a player, but Mark needs to mature a little bit more, and he knows he has to learn how to manage his fouls. Back to you guys.
Well, 4 personal fouls for Mark Kagiwa. We're only in the second quarter. A load of basketball left in this contest.
Let's check this Burlington gear-up play. Tampok po ang mga taga-Ginebra. Rodney Santos will go to Eric Menk. And that's an example of perfect execution brought to you by Burlington, the official socks of the PBA. Gear up with Burlington, the socks authority. Muli po isang magandang gabi sa kanilang lahat. Kung may nagagadak na makasalo kayo dito sa ating live coverage of Game 3. Nico Halili with the Dean, Chinito Henson, Dominic Boyd, and Eric Reyes. Coming to you live from the Araneta Coliseum in the heart of Cubao, Quezon City. 8 to shoot for Ginebra. Sunday, Salvador misses a long try. Eric Mick, wala pa rin yung kanyang follow-up.
He's missing free throws, he's missing close-up shots, but he's getting the attempt. And here it is. Yung tira ni Mark Salat galing sa labas. Binabanta niya yung mga tira niya doon.
Ala Freddy Hupalde.
Oo. Master niyan.
4 points tonight para kay Salat.
And that was an outside shot from Dawkins Tech. We said how important outside shooting is in this year. And it's a 3-second violation. Boy, Barangay Ginebra again lapsing into errors. They had a mild run going for them when they brought the lead down to 11, but they could not sustain yung kanilang momentum.
Balik sa 17 ang lamang ng Talk and Text phone fouls, 49-32. And we're going to hit the 1-minute mark of the second quarter. Oh, what a big basket by Jimmy Alapag, and it's now a nice, clean, emphatic 20-point lead for the phone fouls.
Unbelievable. 20-point difference now. And the phone fouls continuing to pour it on.
And there's a turnover. Here's Miller. Miller on the move. He has Telan on the left side. And Telan makes it a 22-point ball game.
And a great assist coming from the thriller Miller. Biggest lead of the ball game. Barangay Ginebra looks ready to collapse here.
Salvacion, floater, no go. Pablo with the rebound.
Can't buy a basket. Salvacion, 0 in this game so far. He's averaging 11.5 points in this series.
Adogon with the rebound. 19 seconds to go before the end of the first half. And Ginebra, boy, they would like to leave this first half behind because they have been left behind by Talking Tech. They've blistered in first half here for the phone foul. Kim Valenzuela for 3, no go. 2 seconds to go in the second quarter. Pablo hoists one up. And Quinito, what a first half for Talking Tech.
Well, Talking Tech defense clicking, their offense also in sync. And Barangay Ginebra with a total of 15 turnovers so far, as against only 7 for Talking Tech. That's been a major difference too.
So kapit-bisig dito ang Talking Tech phone fouls, hoping to hang on, hold on to this big lead para makuha po yung kanilang unang panalo dito sa ating serye. We have one more half to go from the Big Dome. Telan and the phone fouls are hoping to bounce back with a victory here in Game 3. They're looking good so far, leading by 22 big points. We'll be back with more action from the Big Dome matapos ang ilang paalala. Talking Tech lamang at the half.
With corned beef in a pouch. 3 minuto lang, may ready-to-eat na kayong pang-ulam. Madali lang, maglagay ng sapat na dami ng mainit na tubig sa isang bowl or container. Ilagay at ibabad ang Pure Foods corned beef pouch sa loob ng 3 minuto, and after 3 minutes, ready to serve na ang inyong Pure Foods corned beef na pang-ulam. Habang hinihintay nating maluto ang Pure Foods corned beef in a pouch, let's look back at the top 5 curious finishes ng ating Grand Matador Brandy Pba Philippine Cup. At number 5, heto si Captain Marvel with a back-breaking jumper.
Jumper! Hit it! Get it to random! Give!
Galing! Nerves of steel talaga!
With 6.5 seconds left to play in the ball game.
At number 4, Rodney Santos delivers this larger-than-life trifecta in Gen San.
Santos for the win! Go! Rodney Santos!
Oo ha, sikat ka talaga, Rodney.
A 1-point advantage with 2.5 seconds. No timeout for throws.
Peter June Simon beats the clock with a gutsy fast break layup.
3 seconds to go. Tuloy-tuloy si June Simon. He goes up. And he's alive! He's alive! June Simon! Back
Wow, ha? Saktong-sakto yun.
Yan mga kaibigan ang sinasabing isa't bala.
Eto na naman si The Slashers, this time with a Miracle 3 versus SMB.
Santos for 3.
Number 1 play. Mark Agiwa steals the win with this quick J.
Kakiwa has the ball for the lead. Yeah! He made it. Let me go call the timeout.
Mark the Spark, astig ka talaga.
Plays ng PBA sa Grand Matador Brandy, 3 best plays. Swak sa panlasa ang dunk dito ni Sunny Tos. Swabing-swabe naman ang galaw ni Danny Siegel. At pihadong hindi kayo mabibitin with this hang-time move by JJ Helterbrand. Ang lahat ng ito ay hatid sa inyo ng Grand Matador Brandy, ang batayan ng masarap na brandy.
Is brought to you by Petron Blaze, the extremely high-octane gasoline. Power on with Petron Blaze.
Nasa halftime po tayo ng Game 3 of the Grand Matador Philippine Cup Finals. At bagamat lamang sa seryeng Ginebra 2 games to none, Game 3 has been all talk and sex. They had a blistering start in the first quarter and they have yet to look back at the end of the first 2 quarters. Magandang gabi po. Nico Halili kasama ang nag-iisang dean ng Philippine basketball, Kenito Henson. And all numbers point towards a dominating first half for the Talking Tex phone foul.
Explosive start for Talking Tex, 12-0. Mga kaibigan, kanina, nabanggit natin ang ating game story, nothing is impossible. Yan po ay direct quote from Coach Joel Banal. At sabi nga natin kanina, no? 0-2 deficit staring Talking Tex in the face. Well, strong statement here by Talking Tex saying that they can come back with a bang in this series. Ngayon naman, yung nothing is impossible na game story natin, napunta ngayon sa Barangay Ginebra because they have to overcome this 22-point deficit that they now face.
I think these two kids here are Talking Tex fans. They seem to be very, very happy. And you look at the numbers, if you're a Ginebra fan, you cannot be happy, but if you're a Talking Tex fan, you should be ecstatic.
Exactly, no? If you're a Ginebra fan, you must be worried. Kung makikita natin ang 3-point field goals, no? This is an instance, or this is a department where Ginebra excelled in game number 2. So far, 1 out of 8 from 3-point distance at ang Talking Tex, 5 out of 13. Field goals, mas maraming field goal attempts than Talking Tex. They have 15 more field goal attempts. Plus, they're shooting better, 48% against 36. Kanya, double jeopardy yan, double whammy against Barangay Ginebra. Turnovers, mas maraming Ginebra, and points of turnovers, malaking agwat. 18-7. Plus, Talking Tex already with 5 steals in this game. At ang Barangay Ginebra, only 1. We don't see the effort. We don't see the intensity ng Barangay Ginebra. They really have to jack up their level of play in the second half if they want to get back to Talking Tex.
Well, leading the dominant attack for the phone pass has been Willie Thriller Miller, coming off his first triple-double in his career. And here he is in this game, leading the attack with 15 points in the first half. He had 9 points in the first quarter. He had 6 points in the second quarter, and he has only missed twice after attempting 9 times.
And the only 2 misses of Willie Miller came from 3-point distance. Those are low percentage shots. But Willie Miller promised before this game, nakausap natin siya, that he was going to explode because sabi nga niya, no, he felt so bad na hindi niya nakakonect yung kanyang last second 3-point shot that could have won the game for Talking Tex in game number 2. Ito po ang shot chart ni Willie Miller. Only 2 red balls, only 2 misses, and both from 3-point distance in this game so far. Hot start, 7 out of 9 from the field for Willie Miller. Outside of his 15 points, he also has 4 assists.
And Miller is leading all scorers tonight for both teams. Miller with 15. At yung mga tumutulong kay Willie Miller, Jimmy Alapag with 11, shooting 50% from 3-point country, 3 out of 6 And then Big Pablo. Oh, 8 pivotal points by Pablo just when Ginebra was beginning to rally in the second quarter.
Exactly. When Ginebra pruned down the lead to 11 points, ito si Pablo, tatlong sunod-sunod na field goals ang ginawa niya, and he has contributed big numbers. We take a look at Barangay Ginebra. Benk and Kagiwa, as usual, leading the charge along with Santos. Hindi natin nakikita ang pangalan ni Sandy Salvacion in that mix. And you know how important he is. He also now starts for Barangay Ginebra. He has come in. JJ Hildebrand not able to play for Barangay Ginebra. Well, Asi Taulava also not able to play for Talking Tex. And that's why we've seen a lot of matchup adjustments in this game.
Okay, bigyan namin kayo ng update sa ating PBS Sig Panalo when we return. So we'll be back with second half action. Dito po sa Game 3 between Talking Tex at Ginebra. Ang Talking Tex po namamayani by 22 big points at the half. We'll be back.
This portion was brought to you.
Second half action is underway. Here's some extra motion coming from Mark Telan. They're going to call traveling.
Traveling against Talking Tex. So first turnover of the second half.
At ang ating PBS Sig Panalo question for the third quarter. Ano po ang jersey number ni Eric Meng? Hindi po, ano ang jersey number ni Eric Meng? Sumali po dito sa PBS Sig Panalo. At mag-download lang ng PBA Final Calendar at sagutin ang ating katanungan. Para mag-download, text Astig your answer and send to 290. Tali na. And this promo is exclusive to Talking Text and Smart subscribers.
Ako sa tingin ko, this is a very, very important quarter para sa Barangay Ginebra. If they're a championship team, they need to be able to show it in this quarter. Di sila dapat magpapaya dito. I don't think they can afford to just let this game go to waste. This is a crucial Game 3 sa ating best of 7 finals. They have to make a stand here. Now, Sandy Salvacion, kanina nakita natin, nakatira na ng 3-point shot. And they need more points from Sandy.
Oh, turnover, laban sa Ginebra. Here's Telan. Telan on the move. Telan all the way. And he was fouled by Dimona. Let's review the lineups as we begin the second half. Para sa Talking Tex, dyan po si Alapag, Miller, Telan, Pablo, and Yancy De Ocampo, which was their starting lineup. At para naman sa Ginebra, si Dimona, who was called for a foul, along with Sunday Salvacion, Andy Siegel, Rodney Santos, and Eric Meng.
Now remember si Mark Agiwa resting on the bench for personal fouls for him. At ito yung tira ni Mark Telan na hindi pumasok.
Mark Telan had 6 points in the first half. Mark Agiwa saddled with 4 personal fouls, which the fourth one he picked up with over 2 minutes to go in the second quarter.
What an improvement in the game of Mark Telan as he did 2 free throws. He's the only player in this conference who has scored in double figures in every game. Ito na, pumapasok na yung mga outside shots ng Barangay Ginebra. That's important para sa kanila.
13 points ngayong gabi para kay Eric Meng. Pero malaki pa rin itong kalamangan ng Talking Tex. 56-37, 30-second timeout para sa Talking Tex phone foul.
Nico, leaving nothing to chance. No? Malaki pa ang lamang ng Talking Tex. They still lead by 19 points. But nakita ni Coach Joel Banal na maganda na ang pasok ng bola for Barangay Ginebra from the outside. Ayan ang kinakatakutan nila. They do not want Barangay Ginebra to get the outside shot to fall because that provides rhythm and momentum para sa kanila.
The Profiles are hoping to bounce back in this series after falling behind 2 games to none. Ginebra coming off a pulsating 1-point win back in Game 2, 106-105 off a heroic effort by Eric Meng. Now let's watch this central moment featuring Yancy De Ocampo taking the pass, going inside. There's the drop step, another fake, getting past Romel Adukol. At parang not enough vitamins, not enough life doon si Yancy De Ocampo, pero babawi po ang number 1 overall draft pick ng 2002. Para sa inyong lahat na parang not enough vitamins, not enough life, take Centrum Complete from A to Z. And let's swing back to live action here inside the big dome. Here's the Maunahan over to Santos. Santos saves the ball. Over to Mink. Mink. What will he do? He fires and he won't score.
Again, no fast break opportunity for Barangay Ginebra. They were able to get the steal, but ang bilis na transition defense of Talking Tech. Look at Alapag. Oh boy! Everyone's on fire.
That's the fourth triple tonight for Jimmy Alapag, and he has 14 points. I tell you, the backcourt of Talking Tech is pummeling Ginebra's backcourt tonight.
Exactly, no? It's a big difference now in terms of point production. Ang hinahanap ngayon ni Coach Shot Takinsen, isang pamatay na sunog. They need a fireman in this game.
And here's that Yakult three-point shot from Jimmy, the Mighty Mouse Alapag. Fourth triple of the game for Alapag.
And there's a traveling violation against Aris Maunahan, who only has 2 points in this game. Mark Agiwa only with 8 points, and you're so right. The backcourt of Talking Tech dominating the backcourt of Barangay Ginebra.
Pablo to Alapag, who just made a booming triple. Being counted by Dimaunan. There's a switch. Menk is now on Alapag. That leaves Celan wide open. He can't convert. Deo Campo reaches high for the rebound. And the ball will bounce out, and it will stay with Talking Tech.
And the Fontans get another opportunity. De Ocampo very quietly has contributed 9 points in this game along with 9 rebounds.
Alapag from the corner. Trying to go baseline. Passes to De Ocampo. And Ginebra trying to slice it to this huge 22-point deficit.
A Coach Shotang instead telling his boys, oh, there's quickly now, and I cannot steal. Boy, Talking Tech is reading every offensive play ng Barangay Ginebra. Look at that layup. What a pass. Joined the scoring. He has joined the scoring.
A scintillating pass mula kay Jimmy Alapag. At ito na po ang pinakamalaking lamang ng Talking Tech, 24 points. Dimaunan with a drive, and the layup is good. Still a 22-point lead in favor of the Fontans. It has been all Talking Tech in this ball game. Pablo fires, connects.
And chalk up another assist for Jimmy Alapag. Pablo now in double figures. Talking Tech doing everything textbook style. The offensive foul. It's Andy Siegel with a foul.
And that's going to be his fourth personal. So pareho na po sila ni Mark Agiwa.
And this is total collapse on the part of Barangay Ginebra. And this is not a good sign at all. I mean, if you're thinking of conceding this game now, as early as now, to Talking Tech, what about game number 4 coming up? Here's Willie Miller.
My goodness, a dominating performance by the Fontans. A far cry from Game 2 and Ganito shades of Game 1.
Exactly. Game number 1 was dominated by Talking Tech. Here's Sandy Salvation answering with a 3-point shot. Game number 1, Talking Tech had 9 of 21 from 3-point distance. Ginebra only 2 out of 12. In a big difference. And Miller on fire. Nobody there to douse water on that tremendous conflagration. And here's an offensive foul. Ano ba naman ito? Ginebra now with 20 turnovers. They're shooting for a record.
They are crumbling here in the third quarter.
And there's Coach Shotang Kinsen.
Shotang Kinsen screaming in the face of Joey Kalungkagin. A monumental collapse here in Game 3. Here's Pablo. Almost lost the ball. looking for a teammate here. He fires, won't score. Pablo saves the ball. And you talk about intensity on the part of the phone pass, Benito.
What about the hustle? Hustle save. Palabas na nga yung bola. Not only once, but twice. And still, the phone foul saved that basketball.
Feed
And they
here
lost it.
completed by Andy Siegel.
And they finally lose it.
Salvacion inside, Mink hammered down low, and he will take two.
A good steal job by Eric Bank, but I tell you, phone foul, unforgiving, merciless, stopping him from scoring up close.
Talk about the hustle, the intensity, the determination on the part of Talking Stick.
Oh, yung palabas na nga yung bola. And as we said, not once but twice, and yet they saved the basketball. Eric Bank on the line. He was hammered at sabi ng Talking Tech, no easy basket for Barangay Ginebra. They want to make a statement here. Remember, this is the best of 7 series. And Francis Hernandez is in the building, along with our good friend Sam Unera. We understand that Francis Hernandez is scouting for a coaching job. And I think he certainly can contribute a lot in terms of his experience and his know-how, and plus the fact that he played point guard for the great Toyota team of yesteryear.
And he played for Ginebra as well.
Oh,
Here's Ravenna. Oh, sidestep by Ravenna. Oh, the 12-year veteran still has the move. And it's Adogo who will be tagged with his first personal foul.
Bob Ravenna, one-time Rookie of the Year, one-time Most Improved Player. Bringing experience to this Talking Tech lineup.
Oh, loads of experience.
Siya, tsaka si Victor Pablo.
Entered the league back in 1992 with the San Miguel Beermen.
And the worried look in the face of Coach Shot Takinsen.
So as we hit the 6-minute mark of the third quarter, Ginebra is staring at a huge deficit here in Game 3. Salvacion, Di Maonan, firing away. It's no good. And who gets the ball? It's with Delano. You know, Talking Tech, they're just a step quicker than Ginebra in this ball game.
I think so. Well, they want it. They want this game badly. And sense of urgency is very evident here. Look at Alan.
And don't look now. Don't look now. It is a humongous 30-point lead for the Talking Tech phone foul. This is unbelievable. It is unbelievable.
Well, I think this also establishes the tremendous potential in this Talking Tech team. Remember, they made it to the finals without asking. Now it looks like they want to win the championship without him as well.
Alan Salangsang, rookie, with a big basket, a triple. That makes it a 30-point ball game in favor of the phone foul.
This time,
Sa pagpapatuloy ng ating PBA Astig Panalo, ang katanungan para sa third quarter, ano ang jersey number ni Eric Menk? Want to give you a painful clue? Yun ang kalamangan ng Talking Tech.
With margin of difference right now. Well, before that shot. Now you can expect with a 30-point lead, now chopped down to 27. Now yung detention ng Talking Tech is going to loosen up. Here's an opportunity for Barangay Ginebra to try to bring down this lead, but not with Alan Salansang continuing to hit. Salansang, incidentally, is now taking on Eric Menk one-on-one. Yan ang mga defensive matchups na sinasabi natin, yung adjustments. No? Matchup adjustments here. And you see that Coach Joel Banal always on top of the situation. Third quarter, 3-point shooting. Ang Talking Tech, 3 out of 3. At ang Barangay Ginebra naman, 3 out of 4.
Under 5 minutes to go in
Now, Alan Salansang
the third
is
quarter.
a 6'5" player who's got a good outside shot. And you see him covering Eric Bank. Every step Eric Bank takes, Alan Salansang is right there to keep in step.
Okay, Dominic, what must Ginebra do to get back in this ball game?
Well, gaya nga ng sabi ni Coach Shot Takinsen, they can't win with all heart. They have to play smarter and take it one possession at a time. and most of all, they have to take care of the ball and lessen their turnovers because the Talking Text Phone Pass are playing with so much intensity and they're playing inspired ball. Just like your partner, Kinito, who's very inspired in today's game. Back to you guys.
Really? Always inspired.
4:18 to go. In what has been a forgettable quarter for Ginebra, an unforgettable one for Talking Text. Melano swings it over to Miller. Miller fires. And good!
Can he not miss? Willie Miller making up for that missed three-pointer in game number 2. That could have won the game for Talking Text. 23 big points para sa kanya.
If my mathematics is not failing me, it's now a 32-point bubble in favor of the Phone Pound. 32-point lead.
And Eric Meng trying to keep alive that basketball. And Kagiwai sent back in with 4 personal fouls. Sabi ni Coach Shot Tarkinson, ito na. We've got to make a stand here.
You know, we were talking at the half, wondering how Ginebra will get back in this game. And you said it, Kinito. Third quarter will be pivotal. And look at what's happening here in the third quarter.
This is where they had to make a stand. And so far, it's Talking Text still delivering a very strong message.
Adokol, hemmed in. Kick out pass na agaw ni Kelly again. Kim Valenzuela had no other recourse but to give him the foul in the backcourt.
Diba, sabi ko kanina, no, that with a 30-point lead, ito Talking Text might loosen up its defense. Nagkamali ako. Mas patiti pa nga yata ang depensa nila ngayon. And you saw that attempt of Romel Adokol. He could not get a decent shot at the basket. Had to pass out, and the ball was taken away.
And, you know, the majority of the fans had the big of their stunned.
And this is a shocking development.
They are absolutely stunned at what they're witnessing tonight.
And even before this game, here's an offensive foul. But even before this game, alam naman natin, no? I take a look at the perimeter scoring. We said that in our Dean's list. Outside shooting, key in this series. Yun ang perimeter scoring difference, no? Well, sabi nga natin before this game, that sense of urgency, Talking Text, wanting to come out strong, wanting to deliver a statement na kaya nila itong Barangay Ginebra team with or without Asitaw Lava. 2 men down in Eric Meng. He's taking on the whole Talking Text team.
It's very clear, no easy baskets whatsoever for Barangay Ginebra.
Saka talagang pinaghanda nito ng Talking Text. You watch it here. No attempt inside. They put the ball outside.
Took 3 players standing in the way of Eric Meng.
Well, you gotta give it to Eric Meng. It's that never say die Ginebra spirit.
The same spirit that Talking Text is using back at this series.
Well, sabi nga ni Coach Joel Banal, nothing is impossible. Even with a 0-2 deficit, hope springs eternal for the Phone Pound. And this series,
46.
This series is shaping up to be a spine-tingling classic one. I think this might even go to Game 7. Look at Yancy Del Paso. Now in double figures. He's one of the quiet operators, but my gosh, he certainly delivers. Ito si Yancy, you know, he's got a claim to one of the 12 spots on the national team. He's the tallest player in the national pool at 6'9".
Court to shoot para sa Ginebra. Here's Salvador from the corner. And it's Kelly who gets the rebound. Boy, will this game... I'm not saying that Ginebra will not get back in this game, but I'm saying this game will change the complexion of the series.
I think so, because psychologically this will be a major boost for Talking Text, moving into game number 4. And plus, now, what the Phone Pals want to do is to enter the minds of the Barangay Ginebra players and tell them, you remember kung ano nangyari in 2003. We were down 0-2, nakabalik kami, winning 4 straight games on the championship. And that's what Talking Text wants Barangay Ginebra to start taking.
Under 2 minutes to go in what has been a Talking Text third quarter. Total domination by the Phone Pals. Belano po laban kay Kim Valenzuela. 8 to shoot. Belano outside. Ravena on the move. Ravena all the way. And it's a Ducal who gets the rebound. 1 minute and 15 to go in the third quarter. Here's Tagiwa, nursing 4 personal fouls. Salvacion firing away, and it's good.
You know, kanina I mentioned, no, Miko, that in this series, Talking Tex has badly outscored Barangay Ginebra from the fast break point of view. And that is a department where Ginebra really misses the services of J.J. Hildebrand. He's their best fast break finisher. He also gets a lot of steals that trigger the fast break attack ng Barangay Ginebra. And without JJ, their feeling is absent, especially in the fast break department.
Talking Tex is actually the better fast breaking team in the finals. Timeout po tayo dito. 30 points pa rin ang kalamangan ng Talking Tex. 79-49 with under a minute to go in the third quarter. Willie Miller and the phone pals merciless here in Game 3. Back inside the big dome, and you overheard my partner here saying that the crowd is stunned. Well, they are.
Oh, yeah.
They absolutely are. Majority of the fans inside the big dome, hindi po makapaniwala. Romel Ducol off night. Well, it's not just Romel Ducol who's having an off night for Ginebra.
It's the entire Ginebra team, but that's a 0-0 for Romel Ducol in this game. You know, before the series, kuha ako ng konting analysis, no, about the strengths and weaknesses of both teams and the factors of consequences lumabas nga yun sa Philippine Stars. Isa sa mga categories, one of the factors was killer's instinct. And I gave the advantage to Talking Tex because we've seen how Talking Tex has murdered many of its opponents in the double round classification. And eto nakikita natin, yung killer's instinct ng Talking Tex. Talagang tinudurog nila itong Barangay Ginebra, and I think it's a strong statement that they want to deliver, that they are in this series. Make no mistake about it. They want to win this championship with or without Asi, and Barangay Ginebra better be forewarned.
Nino Gelig may have interfered with that attempt, but that's going to do little to reduce what Talking Tex has done, the damage that they have done here in the third quarter. In the chase to be named number 1 in the conference, Ginebra po lamang sa series 2 games to none, but in this ball game, Talking Tex crushing Ginebra here in the third quarter, up 79-51. One more quarter to go. Dito sa Game 3. Back inside the big dome para sa Game 3 ng Grand Matador Pba Philippine Cup Finals. Iko Halili kasama si Quinito Henson, Dominic Uy, at Eric Reyes. And Talking Tex, talk about unforgiving. 25 points in the third quarter. Talaga yun ang laki-laki na lamang nila when we started the second half.
Well, also the kind of defense na nilalaro dito ng Talking Tex, huh? I mean, limiting Barangay Ginebra to only 12 points in the first quarter. Tapos 20 in the second, 19 in the third. At ito, nag-airball pa si Kim Valenzuela.
Ang ating katanungan for the fourth quarter, anong team, sinong team ang mananalo sa game na ito para sa ating PBA Astig panalo?
Sino kaya? Oh, look at Nino Gelig.
Well, the way Talking Tex is playing, baka sila na yan. Boy, they are really giving it to Barangay Ginebra tonight.
All cylinders blazing. At ito nga ang wanted killer's instinct ng Talking Tex. You see it here. And again, the shot from Romel Ducol, a left-handed jump hook. And he's too far away from the basket to get a high percentage on that shot.
Tagiwa with the rebound. Ginebra has the maunahan, Ducol, who scores down low. Doble, Tagiwa, and Valenzuela on the hard court.
Yun ang sinasabi natin, no? He needs to be able to come close to the basket. That time he did a good steal job.
Eric Reyes has a report about the Talking Tex killer's instinct and winning attitude. Eric?
Yes, that's right. Talagang no let up itong Talking Tex in terms of the defense. Sa timeout nila, talagang they were discussing about defense. Na kahit malaki na yung lamang, talagang there's really no let up on their defense. Back to you guys.
And what about that shot of Nino Gelig? I thought that was a foul. Na hindi na tinawag ng referee, that ball going out of bounds. That should have been a block. Here's Lynch Noble.
And on that rebounding sequence, tatlong nakaputi. Fighting for that rebound against one lone red uniform.
Wala nang patawad dito eh. Now, Eric Meck is not in the ball game right now. So here's an opportunity for Talking Tex to really eat up the glass. Eto si Marcelan. Eto pa ang isa.
Boy, Talking Tex just running roughshod over Barangay Ginebra in tonight's ball game. Telan with 8 points. Kim Valenzuela. Aduko, shot hook, no go. Kelly with the rebound. Own fouls on the attack once again. Alapaz leaving Valenzuela behind. Unable to score on what could have been an easy layup, and here's Valenzuela. Kagiwa fires. I don't know, but the body language of Ginebra, could they be giving up with 9:07 to go in this ball game?
I think so. I think at this stage, the way they're throwing up those shots, they're taking the shots from long range. And you see Kim Valenzuela kanina, he was the first one up court. And he's not going to try to finish a fast breakthrough point.
Here's the Maunan. He will try to score. Last minute pass to Kagiwa. Boy, the Ginebra fans have had little to cheer about in tonight's ball game.
That time, that was perfect execution of the fast break.
83-55. Lamang po ang Talking Tex. 8:35 to go
Now,
in the
momentarily,
ball game.
papasok si Eston Ballesteros for the first time in this game. I think the mindset here of Barangay Ginebra should be try to execute and try to make Talking Tex remember something that they can take into game number 4. In other words, they need a tough stand here. Yaman ang matalo kung matalo, but Barangay Ginebra needs to make a determined stand here towards the end of this ball game. And this is coming close to the end. Para meron pag-isipan itong Talking Tex. Either that or maybe another strategy is let Talking Tex think that they can easily beat Barangay Ginebra moving into game number 4, and Barangay Ginebra will have a surprise for them come Sunday.
Talking Tex is conducting a basketball clinic inside the Big Dome.
Wala nang depensa ang Barangay Ginebra, no? Ang sabi ko, there are two schools of thought here. Will they make a determined stand, or will they want to make Talking Tex be overconfident for game 4?
Tapos po si Eric Meng facing off with Don Belbelano. This was actually the winning play back in game 2. Eric Meng saw the opening, took it strong to the hoop, and he wins that bowling face-off.
Jody, let's get it on!
But you look at the way this game has been played, the complexion of this ball game, and the difference between tonight and game 2 is night and day.
Well, you said it, but no, this is still a major 31-point lead. Enjoyed by Talking Tex kanina. Barangay Ginebra tried to execute, moving the ball around. Nothing going for the Kings.
And we have to wonder what Ginebra might be thinking or must be thinking at this stage of the ball game. And Dominic will tell us what exactly Ginebra might be thinking right now.
Well, Coach Shotang Kinsen said they have to play as a team. Even if the lead is big, don't look for your shot, your own personal shots. Kailangan play as a team pa rin. But Mark Aguila put it simply. He said, don't let this game fall apart. Let's make a stand in the last 6 minutes of this game. Back to you guys.
I think that's one of the options that we talked about, no? You're making a determined stand here. Just so that Talking Tex has something to think about moving into game number 1. Pero sabi mo nga, no? There's another school of thought. And he just let this game go away, hoping that Talking Tex will get overconfident and think that Barangay Ginebra will be easy prey in game 4. And then Ginebra will come up with a major adjustment. Whatever happens, game 4, I think, is the game to watch. That's on Sunday, dito sa Araneta Coliseum.
And the player to watch, as far as tonight is concerned, has been Willie Miller. Spinning around the Ginebra defense and bringing us our star move of the game, brought to you by Star Margarine, Batang Matangkad, Batang Star. Boy, did Willie Miller set the tone for this ball game as Kagiwa failed to connect from the baseline.
Parang target practice na lang nangyayari dito, no? Nobody's penetrating, nobody's going strong to the hole any longer. Ginebra players are content taking the outside shot. If they make it, fine. If they don't make it, well, better luck next time. Look at Willie Miller. He's not finished. 25 scintillating points by the Thriller.
And most of the Ginebra fans at the Big Dome feeling that they know how this sad movie will end, deciding to make a beeline for the exit. They walked it.
Yes, pumasok yun. And the big man has tied his conference high with 4 points. Most of it from medium range.
With over 5 minutes to go in Game 3, this is going to be an emphatic Talk and Text victory. And thus they will bounce back in the series. Still trailing 2 games to 1, but they will definitely bring into Game 4 an incredible amount of renewed confidence.
Oh, tremendous boost in confidence here. And Walkwith again taking the outside shot. He's got a new conference high with 6 points. Biggest winning margin in PBA Finals history. This piece of information just handed to us by PBA Chief Statistician and our very dear friend Fidel Mangonos, 38 points. Yan po ang pinakamalaking labang sa rin ng Talking Text. Hinahabol po nila yan. Hinahabol po ng Talking Text yung lamang na yan. They're up by 35 huge points.
4:27 to go.
Walkwith continuing to score. 8 points. Hey, someone tap. The big man, Walkwith.
Someone's hot, but everyone else is ice cold for Ginebra.
Inspirado yata ito si James. I wonder if his good friend Jackie Castillejo is in the building, giving inspiration to big man.
Patrick Brand seeing action for the first time in the finals.
Now we were talking about Patrick Brand before this game, and we were anticipating that he would be sent in for some matchup adjustment. And look at Talking Text scrambling for the loose ball.
Let's look forward to Game 4, Kinito.
Oh, we certainly are.
Adjustments for Ginebra.
Well, major adjustment is, number one, they cannot afford to let Talking Text get off to a hot start. Yan ang pinaka-number 1 priority.
Eric Meng, tapok sa ating Never Say Die play, brought to you by Ginebra San Miguel, ang number 1 gin. 3:34 to go in Game 3, and we'll be back with the remainder of this ball game. A merciless performance for the Talking Text Phone Pals, and they're up 96-63 over Ginebra.
Kalani Ferreira was unstoppable last January 30, 2005 at the Araneta Coliseum. Ferreira turned it on in the third quarter, delivering the goods off the break to keep in step with the Pyramids.
We're tied. Not anymore.
This top guy turns me on, and so does the new Kirkus Shurikan. Kirkus Shurikan turns me on.
Oh boy, it is a massacre inside the Big Dome. Talking Text showing absolutely no mercy in Game 3. Now up by 36 whopping points. Unbelievable.
And second unit players of Talking Text continuing to pour it on. Si Alan Salansang meron ng 8 points with 2 3-point shots. And talk about Alan, he gave us the ball. Kita mo naman si Don Del Balano. And he now is in double figures with 12 points.
Now this is insane. 39 points na po ang lamang ng Talking Text.
That's a new finals record. If they can hold it to 39, that will break the record of winning margin in a PBA final. Well, when things aren't going right, talagang nothing goes right.
Except when we have our Sunmig Light Body Watch. And boy, are we lucky tonight. It features Miss Angel Locsin. And her favorite team is Ginebra. Her favorite player is Eric Meng. That must be the highlight of the game as far as Ginebra fans are concerned. Oh boy. And the last 2 minutes brought to you by Hope, the luxury cigarette. Walkwith fires and he can't connect. And if Talking Text holds on to this lead, they will be recording a new mark.
That's right, a new all-time record for winning margin. Now, bench scoring, 31 points from Talk and Text, 14 for the second unit players ng Barangay Ginebra. 31 to 14, the difference in bench scoring sa game na to.
Let's check our Gillette Vector 5, and a proud member of this unit is Rich Alvarez, a leading Rookie of the Year candidate, and he looks good, plays better with Gillette Vector. Hey, what about Rich Alvarez for Rookie of the Year, Tinito?
Got a strong chance. He's certainly a leading candidate. Brought Shell, along with his teammates, of course, to the semifinals ng ating Philippine Cup.
What a dominating performance by the Talk and Text phone pass. Airball mula kay Alan Salangsang.
At mukhang bola pa na Talk and Text. Oh boy!
You know, it all started with that blistering first quarter,
That was a 12-0 run.
and then they led by as many as 17 points.
Exactly. Nakabalik ang Barangay Ginebra ng pahagya, no? They brought it down to 11 points. You see James Walker is battling for the rebound. Then Victor Pablo came in as the fireman. Then Barangay Ginebra was looking for a fireman. And Pito Harencio no longer plays for the Ginebra. And still nothing there for Barangay Ginebra. The Kings going sour in offense, also going sour in defense. A tremendous effort here for Talk and Text.
Everything was so sweet for Talk and Text tonight.
Yes. Sabi nga nila, nothing is impossible. Yun ang sinabi ni Coach Joel Manal. And sure enough, this is a major statement made here by Talk and Text that they are in this series without question. With or without Asi Taulava.
This is going to make for an intriguing game 4 on Sunday.
Sparkled off the bench in Game 1 of the PBA Finals. Gelly turned it on in the second period as he scored on a daring layup, made a key steal and assist, plus a triple to help the phone pass sample the Gin King. Nino Gallic turns me on, and so does the new Pure Foods Silicon. Pure Foods Silicon turns me on.
Once again, Kinito, things to look forward to in Game 4 on Sunday.
Well, which team ever gets a hot start, a strong start? Importante yan because that sets the tone. And for Barangay Ginebra, they need, number one, to be able to check their turnovers. That killed them in this game. Number two, they need to make some matchup adjustments here. Nakita natin yung backcourt ng Talk and Text na talagang pinatay nila ang Barangay Ginebra. So they need some tough defensive matchups to limit the scoring output of Willie Miller and stop the playmaking of Jimmy Alapag.
When we return, ipapakilala namin ang best player of the game at ipapaliwanag ni Kinito paano nanalo ng ganito ang Talk and Text 102-66 here in Game 3. Well, hindi po kayo nagkakamali sa inyong nakikita. 36-point victory by the Talk and Text phone files here in Game 3 to bounce back in a series as Ginebra still leads the series 2-1. And let's check our Burlington gear-up play. Jimmy Alapag to Bong Ravenna. The phone pass could do no wrong tonight inside the Araneta Coliseum. No look pass for Ravenna. That's an example of perfect execution, something they did the whole night. Brought to you by Burlington, the official socks of the PBA. Gear up with Burlington, the Sox Authority. They could do no wrong.
Oh yes, taas mo player of the game, sino pa? Willie Miller, 25 points and 6 assists. 11 out of 14 from the field. He promised us an explosion in game number 3. Well, he did it. Sabi nga natin, no? Before the start of this contest, our game story was nothing is impossible. Well, who would have thought that either team could win by 36 points in a PBA final game of this magnitude, no? Ginebra and Talk and Text. Impossible! Well, sabi ni Banal, nothing is impossible. Nangyari na nga po. What a major blowout. A 36-point victory for Talk and Text. And that sets the stage for a very, very interesting game number 4. Ano kaya mangyayari? Game number 4, Barangay Ginebra needs to be able to show that it is a championship caliber team, that they can come back from this tremendous blowout. At Talk and Text naman, they will ride on the momentum to try to even the series on Sunday.
Magagana po ang Game 4 sa Sunday. Dito pa rin sa Araneta Coliseum. Ginebra will enter that ball game with a 2-1 lead, but they will have to bounce back from this embarrassment in Game 3. Talking Tex led in this game by as many as 39 points, and they have a renewed sense of pride, a renewed sense of confidence. Sol Banal and the Phone Pals will hope to tie the series on Sunday. Pero bago po magsimula ang Game 4, makikilala niyo po ang best player of the conference at 6:20 in the evening.
Well, Biko, halatang-halata yung sense of urgency ng Talking Tex na entering this ball game. 12-0 Jackrabbit start para sa kanila, and they never looked back. Sense of urgency translated into almost a perfect game plan executed by Coach Joel Banal, offensively and defensively. And Barangay Ginebra never recovered from that initial shock of that 12-0 blast.
So, will the defending All-Filipino champion, Talking Tex, tie the series with a win on Sunday, or will the Fiesta Conference champions, Barangay Ginebra, make the Araneta Coliseum rock again with a victory on Sunday as they try to bounce back from this debacle? Game 4 po sa Sunday. Kanina, a total domination, merciless ball game by the Phone Pals, 102-66 win, and they cut down Ginebra's lead in the series 2-1. For Dominic Oy, Eric Reyes, Kenito Henson, I'm Biko Halili saying good night para sa ABC Sports. Sana po makita-kita tayo sa Sunday for Game 4 of this best of 7 finals sa sa inyo ng Grand Matador Brandy.
The PBA Philippine Cup was brought to you by Grand Matador Brandy, ang batayan ng masarap na brandy.
The apprentice, Marino Sport.